Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally back after what feels like probably a year since we put a video out. This is another episode of the Barn Burner Sports Network. I am your host, AJ. I have my co-host Noah. Hi, Noah.
How we doing?
And we got Dalton. How you doing, Dalton?
Shalom.
Football season's here, boys. What else could we be asking
It's
for?
here.
We got
It's
week
here.
zero. Week zero's here. And
I'm
the AP polls here, everything's real. Like there's numbers by teams when you look at ESPN. This is great. Everything's real.
nothing
Everything's great.
makes you realize how much you miss football season until you realize how much golf you've been watching.
Dude,
And I love
I'm
golf, don't get me wrong, but football's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
this is the first off season where I have watched golf, period, and I'm in it. I can't afford it. I can't afford it for that to be a
No,
full-time hobby.
no.
Can't afford for it to be a full-time hobby, but I've watched a lot of golf, and you can ask my wife, Alyssa. You can ask her. I've watched a lot of golf, and she has no clue. She has no
That
idea what I'm doing. I
that
don't have
Scotty
any idea what I'm
Scheffler
doing.
guy. That Scotty Scheffler
Scotty
guy is just
Scheffler will get you
different.
through an off season, but I'll tell you what, it hits about July. That SEC documentary comes out on Netflix, and you remember what you've been missing. It
Dude.
clicks in your head that it's almost here, and then you're
I've gone
zeroed
from
in.
I've gone from binge watching Brush and DeChambeau YouTube videos to looking up who the third right guard on Alabama's roster is. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's quite the transition. That's how you know you're old.
But before we start getting into the nitty gritty of all the college football talk, I just wanted to talk about some headlines. It's been a year since we've sat down and recorded a pod together. I just wanted to talk about some of the headlines that's come out this past week. Big thing. I wish we would have House Cat on the pod today.
That guy's
Michigan.
cutting grass somewhere, or he's playing golf. It is too nice of weather for you to be on this goddamn podcast, no matter what we do. God,
Michigan was hit with a $20 million fine, and Sharon Moore, the head coach for the Wolverines, will be suspended for an additional game on top of the original suspension that the university put out. I, when this whole thing came out, when this whole sign stealing scandal came out, I think every person who has ever been a part of a football program was like, yeah, I mean, teams steal signs. Like
Are you doing
that
your
is a
job if you're
normal
not
thing.
stealing signs?
No, that's
it's
why
in every
that's
sport too.
that's
Like
Is
it's
that's
this
not.
not
why
America?
yeah, it's like that's why you see every college team in America have those big boards get raised up on the sidelines is because they're trying to cover signs. Every team in America had done it, and genuinely, when that first came out, what 2 or 3 years ago at this point, I was like, do people not understand that signs are being stolen? Now, to the extent the, we saw some master class sign stealing. I have
Well, I mean,
if
I'll
you
tell you what, that was just a guy that got way too good at what he was doing, and he got
yeah
caught. That
yeah.
happens.
I
He was
mean,
doing it
if
for the
you
university he loves too. Like
Yeah,
the guy was just in it, man. Like
I
I would
mean
have done the
if you
same thing.
highly recommend if there's no way anyone listening to this pod hasn't seen this that Connor Stallion doc on Netflix. That is PhD level autism when it comes to sign stealing in football.
I'll tell
If
you
that
something
was my
crazy, AJ.
hyperfixation, I'd be talking to Bobby Houck right now. I'd be on the sideline bag. Bobby, I got you.
Dude, I was just talking about this the other night. People that are watching this pod probably have seen it. I have not seen that documentary
You haven't?
somehow. No,
Oh,
it slipped through the
dude.
cracks on me. I've downloaded it on planes about 3 times, just didn't get to it. Just
Are you
watched
telling me
the
that
Oh,
U part
anytime a
two.
sports untold doc comes out on Netflix, you don't watch it?
I'm not saying that. I watch
It could be
most of
about
them.
cricket. I'd probably watch it.
Dude, I need it's a must watch, I've heard, so I will be giving it my attention before the football
You
season
just
starts.
learned
That's
here,
what I will
America.
promise.
No ambule, not a football guy.
Hey, we're in the hat though. Got the merch is all that matters.
Yeah, well,
But thoughts on this Michigan thing? It's for me, slap on the wrist. I think
yeah,
any donor would be willing to pay, like that has the financial need, obviously, would
yeah,
pay this to win a national championship for their school. I think
yep.
it is. I
Dave
get why
Portnoy
they
would pay
did
half of
it,
this just as tell Ohio State he did.
100%. And like he and like it happened. The documentary being out again, I haven't watched it, but it's like probably pretty clear what happened in that situation.
Big time
Pretty much.
Um,
schools getting a coach suspended is always the funniest thing to me. Like, what are we doing?
Dude, and it's so funny too because didn't Michigan do like a self-imposed suspension for
Yeah.
like
That's what I'm
week
saying.
two,
Like,
week three, and week four or
Oh no, we
something?
don't have
yeah,
our head coach for Rutgers. What are we gonna do?
that
Oh,
they
dude.
just so happened to cherry pick all of the suspension games. I'm surprised they didn't go like week 2. Oh, and then we're gonna go week 6, and then oh, by the way,
Hmm.
we're gonna go week 9. We're adding a little suspension in there.
They
But
should have
no,
just they should have just done what they did with Jim Harbaugh, suspend him for the Ohio State game just to show Ohio State they can win without their head coach. Sherrone Moore is 2-0 against Ohio State. He had the interim tag on him the first time, and then he
Yeah,
went and done it
I could
again.
take the reins at Michigan and be Ohio State right now.
no,
Dude,
I mean there was literally a donor that just gave Kansas of all places $300 million.
and then you got all this money in Texas Tech too right now.
Yeah,
Like there's just all these people with money are just going to their schools and like, here, this is nothing. This
yeah,
is what the NCAA did is nothing. This is just
nothing.
like if the NCAA investigates you at all, they're in this long, they will find something to like try to like
And if
slap
they
you on the
don't
wrist. But
and if they don't find something, they're going to do something to make it look like they found something, so it doesn't look like they wasted time and resources, even though this has been going on for 3 years.
correct, and
Don't
it's just
don't any of
it's a
these programs that are getting got, don't they have a really good law school and they can go after the NCAA? That's what I'd do back.
Oh,
You could
that's
fight, you could get them.
you could get a nice little law student that's about to graduate and try to
you
get
Oh
you
yeah.
try to kickstart their career.
you could look down the years of the NCAA and just find something in there
Yeah,
somewhere
you could
easily.
cherry pick something, get them. Just get them
Yeah.
back. Just say you did.
Yeah. So, do we all agree this is just a slap on the wrist? BS
Oh,
shouldn't have happened
100%.
in the first place. All right.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if
that's
like if they're gonna do anything, if they wanted to see people take it seriously, they needed to do a postseason ban or something.
yeah.
But since they don't do that, nobody's gonna take that
No,
seriously,
that
and I'll be like,
you gotta take wins away. You gotta do a postseason ban, something like that. This is nothing.
this is
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of postseason,
Jim Harbaugh gone for 10 years. That's crazy. Or till
yeah,
2038.
a little show. No, what is it? The show cause thing on him. Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, like he's ever gonna come back to college.
Yeah.
Like that's ever
Uh,
gonna happen.
Like he
Speak.
needs to keep coaching. Like that's the thing. Like he needs to keep. No, he doesn't. He
No, he
could get
doesn't.
fired from the Chargers tomorrow and never coach again, and he'd be like, "All right, cool."
Perfectly
Like,
fine.
yep,
He's going to. He loves football though.
he does love
He
football.
does love
He
football. I don't
he'd
know.
go coach. He'd go
He
coach
might
a
be a guy.
Pop Warner team.
He might be a guy that dies on the sidelines. He loves football that
Oh,
much.
100%. He'll die on a high school sideline somewhere.
Absolutely. He'll be 80. He'll be 80 years old running the old wing team just because he can.
Yeah. Famous Buffalo Bison coach Jim Harbaugh dies on the sidelines. He was
All
87.
right. Speaking of postseason, I don't know if you guys saw this. I think we talked about it in the group chat actually. The Big Ten suggested that the college football playoff expanded even more, and they suggested that they go to 24 to 28 teams. Of those 24 to 28 teams, 7 of those would go to the Big Ten automatically, and 7 of those would go to the SEC automatically. Everything else kind of is whatever.
This
There's
makes me
no,
mad.
there's no 12 is perfect. There's no reason.
What
12 is
no
perfect.
more than what they have right now.
No more. So when you start getting into like the 16, 18, 20, 24 realm, I mean,
Because then,
we're talking about college teams playing 16 games in a
well, yeah, then
season.
we're getting rid of conference championships after that.
And
Like anybody wants
yes,
that.
yeah, like there like that was probably the biggest thing for me. Like 16 games, is way too many games for a college football player to be playing. But getting rid of the conference championship games is really what got me, honestly.
And then
It's just a terrible
that's just an
idea.
automatic bid for so many teams. It's just so bad.
You're
That's
telling
half
me
of
this,
each conference.
yeah,
That's half of each
Yeah.
conference.
you're
And
telling
you're
me the
telling me
seventh
Vanderbilt's supposed to be in there? Diego Pavia,
exactly.
just go shove it, dude. Like you're not supposed to be in the playoff. You're never gonna be. Like
No.
this is ridiculous. This is just
No,
the
Like, oh
perfect
not
great, we
only
get
number
to
to
watch Ole
me.
Miss lose in the first round again. That's just that
Yeah,
would just be a yearly thing.
I'd rather
but
have like 8, 10 where everybody's playing in the first round. I'd rather
yeah,
have that than anything else. I don't like the whole bye situation very much, if I'm being completely honest, in the playoff. I
yeah.
wish we had every team had a home game in their on their campus. That'd be sick. Like every seed gets a home game. That'd be
But
sweet.
I remember at the end of the year this year, I was just thinking, man, how fun and how good is this how it is right now? And then right
It's great.
after, they're oh, let's make 30 teams. Look what basketball's doing. Let's do what basketball's doing. Like they can.
No,
No.
it's
No, they,
ridiculous.
they, they started talking about trying to make this the March Madness of college football. That
No,
does
we
not
have
need to
March
happen.
Madness. We don't
We have
need
March Madness. We
football to
don't need
do
a March
that.
Madness of college football. Don't need
No.
it.
Just need football. Just need
No.
football. Just what
Just
we're doing.
just keep it how it is. It's real nice. We like it a lot.
Yeah. To add on to the list of dumb things that are happening in college football, Auburn, Auburn retroactively added a bunch of national championships that range all the way back from like 1910 all the way to 2004.
It's a big week for Auburn, man.
I like that you
It's a
can
And
big
claim that.
week.
I like that
I,
you can claim that. Me and Ana de Armas just got engaged too. It was kind of the same around, kind of around the same time.
but why do we? I mean, the same thing happened back in 2017 when UCF declared themselves national champions
It's
after
because
going
they would have been
undefeated.
national champions. I
Oh,
believe in that
and so
UCF team more
there
than
is
anybody.
you could
Didn't they beat
if
Auburn?
if anyone had that is so ironic actually. That'd be
They
Auburn.
beat. I think it was Jared Stidham. It was the Stidham era.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
it
a
was. I
Stidham
think
era.
they beat
Auburn.
Stidham.
It was a Stidham era. But I just why do we let these teams claim national titles? I think I saw a stat. Like I don't know how many national championships are officially like given in the NCAA record books, but there was like a combined total of like 600 claimed national
There's a
championships.
lot.
There's a lot. Not
Because there was
everybody can be a national champion, believe it or not.
because for so long there was a time where they didn't have a true national championship game. They just let
No,
the AP poll decide,
and
and then you
that
just have all these teams be like, "I'll throw my hat in there. We won it." And
yeah,
I don't
but
get why it
like
happens. I don't understand this whole thing at
yeah,
all. But
like I mean, shit, it's Twitter bio official now. They say Auburn says they're nine-time national champions after this
that,
week.
that is insane.
I don't, I
That
Which
don't,
is
I don't.
I just think it's hilarious. Like that's the decision they made as a university. They sat around like, what do we need to do? And some guys like, we don't have enough national champions. And like, do we need to get the players to do that? He's like, no, just claim them. It's like a tax write-off. You just do it.
Yeah. It's they did that. Then like what else could boost this program to get some publicity? Retire Cam's number, and then let's play 3 quarterbacks week 1 against Baylor. Like
Pretty good week to
Aub-
be an Auburn Tiger, I'll tell you
It's
what.
pretty
been a
good
big,
week.
it's been a big
Because
PR week for Auburn this week.
because I'll tell
Hmm.
you one thing about Auburn that I respect. When they're good, they're good. When they're bad, they're so bad, and they're bad right now. Might as well claim a couple while you're bad.
Yep,
Hugh, man,
100%.
Hugh
I
Freeze
think
is on a tear right now when it comes to media. Social media is killing Hugh Freeze.
well, Hugh Freeze. People forget Hugh Freeze coached a game in the freaking press box,
Oh
laid
yeah,
out
when he
because he just
went
got
on a
the
hospital bed.
yeah, he just got out of
Yeah.
the hospital and to coach a football game. Like Hugh Freeze is getting unnecessary hate, and I don't like it. I won't stand for it. I love that Auburn program, but man, this is a tough week. It's a tough week.
This tough
Do you
week.
think do you think somebody in the room of old heads that was deciding this was just like, hey guys, we're gonna claim these. No one's gonna say a thing and they're just gonna let it happen? Or do they like is there some brain in that room that's like, this is gonna be all over Twitter, it's gonna be all over
Well,
everywhere, that's gonna be talked about all the time. And that's my like I want to be in the room. I just want to know like whose dumb idea it was and how many dumb people are in that room that agreed with it and nobody brought up what it was gonna do.
what I want to know is like, as an Alabama fan, how do you look at? Could you imagine if MSU just came out and they're like, "We got three, we got
It's the
three at
most
least."
Bozeman thing to do of all time, dude.
Like,
It's most,
like
well, you know your little
the
brother
little
when you're
brother,
claiming national championships.
exactly.
That is just exactly what it is.
Well, the
Gosh,
terrible thing is that Alabama has done the same thing. They've retroactively claimed national championships too.
we
Yeah,
got a counter.
They've won enough though that you're kind of like, they probably did win
Yeah,
some.
they probably did that. Who's looking up the sports reference for 1972 Alabama? Probably me,
I'm
I
not.
actually.
know.
I'm not. Next thing you know, like there's just gonna be teams claiming games because it got screwed over by a ref. Like University of Miami's gonna claim a game against Notre Dame back in the day where they were short on the one, where they said he fumbled. Like this
Yeah,
is just gonna keep happening, and
yeah,
it's gonna get game focused, and I can't wait. I hope it
yeah,
happens because
It's gonna be
it's good
great.
Twitter. It's good Twitter.
yeah. It's good.
I
It's
think
good
it's good Twitter.
media.
It's good by me.
Hmm.
Speaking of good Twitter, last segue here. Ed Orgeron, John Gruden, the one thing that those two guys have in common is they want to coach again.
And they're saying it on Barstool Sports Networks.
And
I
they're
love
saying it
it.
on Barstool Sports. It is Barstool official. So when I saw this, I know we all know that Ed Orgeron can coach in college. He won a national championship. What is it? 6 years ago now, back in 2019. Now he had arguably the best college football team of all time.
He
I'm
assembled
gonna
that
say
team.
Yeah.
I
What do you
What,
laughing
Dalton?
at? What? Say it.
was Coach O even a good coach?
I think
Like,
he's
are we gonna ask this question, or do we give that natty to those recruiters that got that team, or
he is. I think that's the thing that people don't realize. He is
So
the recruiter.
that's
That's his
what he's
role.
known for. That's what he's
yeah,
known
no, and
for.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. Why'd he quit recruiting after that year?
Because
Why not?
I think he wanted the buyout, the buyout of the Bayou.
He was
There
pretty.
is there is nothing
No,
like the buyout as a college head coach.
that might be the
He's
best job of all time. A
he just
Yeah,
buyout
shout
asked
out
college
what.
Mr.
football
Fisher.
coach.
Yeah, just what door do you want me to walk out of as his ending quote as an LSU coach is amazing.
Yep. Yep.
And like this guy recruited Reggie Bush to USC. Like this guy can get out on the road and recruit. And just if he has a staff around him, they're always going to be good. Like I
Yeah.
think he's a guy that relies on
Except
the staff
for
quite
right
a
after
bit.
they won that natty and they won 6 games.
You're not wrong. It's a good point. It's a fair point.
I'm just saying I would
To
argue
be
that after that natty, you're gonna get good players still, maybe better players.
to be fair, there was a ton of turnover. He lost. I'm pretty sure he lost his offensive coordinator. I think Joe Brady left right after that season because he became the hottest name in the coaching community because of what he did with Joe Burrow. He lost Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that whole defense. He lost a lot of pieces. There's a lot of turnover. I thought he was going to retire after that 2019 national championship. I'm not exactly sure why he came back, but I
To
don't
bang co-eds.
know.
Dude, that was the best part of the interview was he was like talking about his daily life and he's like, yeah, just take a stroll on the beach, check out the scenes, get a good look at the land. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's the man.
That being said, I loved that guy while I was there. I love that
It,
2019 team so much. I'll put him over Miami. I don't care. It's the best college football team of all time.
I mean, they Joe Burrow, arguably the best quarterback in the NFL, like top three for sure. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, one of them's the best receiver in the NFL. Don't know which, really. It's like it's
It's
insane.
either one of them.
Yeah, it
Clyde
depends on the week.
Edwards-Helaire, he
He was a
was
dog
a
for a little
Super Bowl
bit.
champion.
He was. But
Patrick Queen, he was
I would
on that
love
team,
to
wasn't
see
he?
I would love to see him back in college football. Gruden being in college football would I'm curious what that would look like.
I was wondering the same thing.
Like that guy loves football so much, but like is he too locked into the film room and he's not getting out and recruiting his own like getting his guys? Like
I
I
feel
would
like
love the
Gruden has to
recruiting
be an
aspect
NFL
for
guy.
him. I think so too, because the recruiting aspect for him it would make me wonder. But then again, you got Bill Belichick over there, Chapel Bill. I can't imagine him recruiting either. So I think it's
What if this is all just a long play? Let's put our tinfoil hats on. What if he came to Barstool for a reason? He knows that that younger crowd loves Barstool. This has all been a ploy the entire time to go into a college program. Him and Portnoy are looking at each other like, hey, let's start something. The Barstool NIL deal for wherever he lands. This has been a huge plan.
it could be. It could be.
Yeah,
That
I
being said,
mean,
let him coach the Raiders again.
so
Get
two
Pete
things.
Carroll out there.
Two things. I'm very curious to see what that whole, that whole lawsuit situation is going to look like for him. Because I mean, if you didn't know, anyone who's listening to this, the Supreme Court in Las Vegas, Nevada, I think the Supreme Court in Nevada, they ruled that there was going to be information shown from the NFL to the public about that whole allegation to see if Roger Goodell and the NFL leaked his emails or whatever. Very curious to see what happens with that. Second, the fact that you brought up Bill Belichick and that operation that he has at North Carolina, you don't
Him or
see
Jordan.
Yeah, I don't see John Gruden as a college coach, but I also don't see Bill Belichick as a college coach. I think if John Gruden were to go into college, he would have to the one hire that I think he would have to make is some kind of front office guy that handles all of the NIL stuff, all of the transfer portal stuff. He would need to be a Michael Lombardi. He would need to be a general manager of the team like Bill Belichick has in North Carolina. Because I don't think there's no way that John Gruden is going to be sitting down. I feel like he would be a really good recruiter. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he wants to deal with the actual business operation of what a college football
No,
team
he's
is.
shaking hands and kissing babies and watching film.
Dude, how long on an in-home visit do you think he's in that house? Just talking football, seeing how much that guy likes football.
He's
That's just,
taking he's taking dry erase markers. If that recruit has a glass table at the dining room table, he is drawing Spider Two-Eye Banana on that dining room table
yeah. And he's like,
without a
what's your,
doubt.
and when he's recruiting a quarterback, he's like, what's your snap count? And if it's a clap,
Yep.
he's off the list. He walks out the door. Like
He's
it is
cut.
just, he's
Throws him off the
done.
balcony.
Yeah, no, I think it's a very interesting situation. I mean, Belichick's got Lombardi and his girlfriend Jordan helping him out. So I don't know if Gruden has that second factor is the real thing. Like he could find somebody for the Lombardi role,
Oh, he could find somebody for the other role too.
but he's got a wife.
Belichick had a wife.
Nah, that's been over for a while.
Yeah,
That's been a
well,
long time.
Oh God. But yeah, I'm curious because would it be I'm like is it are they like is Gruden as detailed as Belichick where he's bringing in the five binders of well, here's what we're gonna do to resurrect this program?
Have
Or
you?
is
I
it
mean,
just
have you guys seen the his Fire Football Coaches Association videos where he
oh
just
yeah.
goes around? He has different rooms of binders based on what team he has been on.
He's
Whether he
got
was a head
binders.
coach.
He's got binders from the 80s.
I
he's
mean,
amazing.
it would be the same template that Bill Belichick is using in at North Carolina right now. He would basically just turn it into a pro football program. That's what he would do. He would adapt it obviously to what the needs are of college students and everything like that. But it would become you would become pro ready after playing for John Gruden. I'd be curious to see what college would be interested in
Auburn.
hiring a guy like that. And John Gruden goes into the stadium, looks at all the claimed national titles, and just starts tearing down. We didn't earn it.
I
He's
I'd
just
just
love
couldn't
looking
see
that.
him in college.
I
That's an NFL coach to the core for me. I just
honestly for me, selfishly as a football fan, I hope he doesn't coach in college because if he's gonna coach somewhere, I want it to be the NFL because if he's doing college and we get robbed of the content he produces, I'll be sad.
Agreed.
Like
Agreed.
the
I,
content
I,
he's putting out right now is amazing, and I don't want to
yeah,
lose that to like
yeah,
some tier 2 college school. And
yeah,
like if it's gonna be a big school, great, because he's gonna be everywhere. If it's a
yeah.
small school, I don't want him to go.
hmm Like he put out what was it? A couple like last week. He put out a 2.5 hour preview on the NFC North.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
I
It's
remember. I
absolutely
remember.
awesome.
I remember when he started that YouTube video, but like before he signed with Barstool. I think we all said it in the chat that he started a YouTube channel, and it's been fantastic ever since. I love
It
it.
really
I love.
has.
right.
I love that content.
The
Shred
weekly
it, baby.
breakdowns. Shred it, baby.
Ready for
Scott,
that
you
again, I'll
feeling
tell you
nicey?
what.
What's
Yeah,
gonna have him feeling nicey this weekend, or is that an NFL only situation, you think?
it
Football
might be
being
a.
back's got him feeling nicey.
It's
Yeah,
gotta
it's
be
just
him
it's
feeling
just college
I
nicey.
foot.
just
It's just
like
football in general.
I know that he probably does watch college. In my mind, he's just watching NFL at all times. Like he'll catch those guys when they get to the league. Until then, he's not watching.
That he's just watching the quarterback play from the top schools to know who's coming to Gruden's QB camp
Yeah,
the next year.
that's all he's
Probably,
looking at.
probably actually. Oh
Mm.
shoot! All right, let's get into some actual college football talk here. First thing I want to talk about on this preview show is just who we think different, winners of different awards are going to be. We're going to start out with the Heisman Trophy. We're going to next go to our national title picks, our favorites, and our possible dark horses, if you guys have those. And then we'll finish it off with the games we are looking most forward to in week 0 and week 1. So, Heisman Trophy pick. I want to start off with Dalton.
So your final three for the Heisman Trophy this year are going to be Garrett
Oh,
Nussmeier, DJ
3.
Legway, and I just had another one. Lenora Sellers, and here's why it's going to be those three. Lenora Sellers doesn't deserve to be there. He's going to get hurt for a couple weeks and it doesn't matter. Garrett Nussmeier is not going to be flashy enough to win the award because if we learned one thing last year, we learned that's all about clicks. DJ Legway, what a year for this guy that's about to come up. They're not going to make the playoff. Don't get me wrong. This is kind of a Jaden Daniels type award. Got a lot of numbers, not a lot of wins. DJ Legway, that's your Heisman winner.
Wow.
I've got nothing to support this.
He's got the toughest schedule in like the country.
Yeah, which is going to be, yeah, but it's all about TikTok views. It's all about the flash. It's all about who's playing.
That is what was proven to us. That is what was proven to us last year.
Yeah, it's not the best player that deserves it. It's the most popular. And I think DJ Legway is going to be a pretty popular guy.
I don't know. I mean, Florida has so much hate. That fan base is just miserable. I know they ended on their last 7 games on like a six with like a 6-1 record, or their last 6 games with a 5-1 record or whatever. They ended on a good note. I don't like DJ Lagway and Lenore Sellers are both in a boat for me. Same thing with Arch Manning, honestly. Like I'm a production guy. I don't love the whole potential conversation. And I know Lenore Sellers I know all those guys played a decent amount of snaps last year. I need to see more of them before I start talking about them in the Heisman.
I think that Lenora Sellers is just Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson was terrible in college.
Lenore Sellers might be better than Anthony Richardson.
Just going to get hurt, not play a lot, get drafted off potential.
I think
that's
I think Florida's going to be in a problem state. I think we talked about this last year too.
The shoe got thrown a long time ago. No, it's time to chomp.
No, I'm not talking about the shoe. I'm talking about the fact that they keep letting people wear 15.
Oh, no, that's
the problem.
There's not many things that have made me mad about a fan base that I'm not a part of at all. What are we doing letting somebody wear Tim Tebow's number ever?
As a quarterback, especially, and it's Graham Mertz. Like
Graham Mertz?
Are you
He wasn't
kidding
even good
me?
at the last college he was at.
No.
He was just there for a while. He's just old.
Graham Mertz is gonna lasted like
that
one
was the
preseason
biggest
week and
slap in the
already.
face I ever have seen.
And like, don't get me wrong, Anthony Richardson wearing 15 at the time, it was fine, I guess. AR-15, great nickname. It's great just nickname. Like, but it's not Tim Tebow.
We're not handing out
Tim
that
Tebow.
number.
Oh my gosh, Tim Tebow.
We're
besides the play on the field, like kept that team together. Like, and we're not going to just give him his number up in the rafters forever. This is a joke. Why does it take so long? Is there a requirement of how long you have to wait?
You have a Mount Rushmore. You have a Mount Rushmore of college football players, pretty much, in Tim Tebow, and you're just giving his number to some guy from Wisconsin.
That's terrible.
Can't have it. Can't have it.
I want to have a serious conversation with Tim Tebow and ask him what he genuinely feels. What he genuinely feels about his number.
You know he's not happy.
Like that.
He can't be.
No,
you know that he's the nicest guy on the planet, and you won't ever say it, but you know he's not happy.
Yeah.
I would feel angry at the university. I wouldn't do much for him after.
I think it's disrespectful. Genuinely disrespectful.
I agree. That is the biggest slap in the face, and like
that is like if Montana
marched.
If we marched this USC guy that we got the transfer, if we marched him out in Dave Dickinson's number, that's exactly what this situation is.
Seriously. And that being said, we got to retire some more numbers like Mariani and Chase Reynolds, Colt Anderson kind of guys.
Get them out of there. Can't have people wearing those.
Like,
numbers.
And I know college is hard because you only have limited numbers and all that, but those are Montana-bred guys that need to have their recognition.
Yeah.
That being said, AJ, you said you like production. I'm going to give you production. The Heisman winner this year, my guy, Kate Klubnik. He's just the best quarterback in college football. All of the weapons are returning. It's the same team as last year, besides like a handful of guys on both sides of the ball. Big week to start. You beat LSU week 1, kind of coast through the ACC schedule. Next thing you know, he's going to have ungodly numbers, and he's going to be the best player. Like, I think he's going to have the best stats going into the award. It's just a matter, like Dalton said, the flash and all that. Garrett Nussmeier finishes second, in my opinion, as well. But that is my take on the Heisman Trophy.
No Miller Moss this year?
Oh, he's down there in Louisville, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere in there.
He finishes third.
I didn't know he was still playing.
I think he is. He finishes third.
All right. My pick. This is This is not the most
Louisville.
popular pick. It is Louisville. No, that's not Louisville.
Yeah.
That is not my Heisman pick. My pick for the Heisman is John Mateer, quarterback at Oklahoma. I have a long list of reasons of why I think if he does what I think he's going to do, I think he will be a finalist, at least, at the very least, a finalist in New York. Number one, he led all of college football in touchdowns last year. He had over 30 passing touchdowns and 15 rushing touchdowns. True dual threat. He is joining his former OC from Washington State, Ben Arbuckle. Ben Arbuckle went to Oklahoma. Uh, John Mateer followed him there. Everywhere that Ben Arbuckle has been, he has produced explosive offenses. He's in the air raid tree. He is in that. He is in that coaching class, right? He started at Houston Baptist, right? Not a brand name school by any means. But while he was there, he was coaching a guy named Bailey Zappi, Noah Ambule. You know him very well.
Don't worry,
At
be
Houston,
zappy, baby.
at Houston Baptist, he coached Bailey Zappi and made him extremely productive. After their last season at Houston Baptist, both Arbuckle and Bailey Zappi went to Western Kentucky. Their last year together at Western Kentucky, Bailey Zappi ended up breaking the single season passing yards record with like 6,000 yards and threw for 62 touchdowns, which was the single season passing touchdowns record. This is not the first time that he has brought his all-star quarterback to a new place. I think that relationship between the offensive play caller and the quarterback is arguably the most important relationship in football, whether that be high school, college, or NFL. And if that same production can be met with the second hardest strength of schedule coming into the season, John Mateer will win the Heisman.
It's hard to win a Heisman when you're 8-5.
I
Yeah,
I was just gonna
like
say I was just gonna say
no, yeah,
I like John Mateer. I think he's a guy you could have a beer
that's
with. But
that
I
was
you can
that
sports
that
bet
that,
with him
that,
too.
that, that was my caveat. Nice. That was my caveat. If he wins games doing what he did last year at Washington State with the strength of schedule that they have now, I think he will be Heisman winner.
It's just a matter of what Oklahoma we're getting. Are we getting the Oklahoma that beat Bama last year? Are we getting the Oklahoma that got blown out by Tennessee last year at
I agree.
home?
we're getting the
Like,
I agree.
Oklahoma that switched to the SEC and they realize that they're not the Oklahoma they think they are anymore.
yeah,
Like,
I
congrats,
just
you're Texas A&M now.
whoa,
Whoa,
whoa.
What?
whoa.
We'll get
Gonna
to
win
it.
some games, gonna do some things. You're never gonna do anything really though.
Hmm. I don't disagree with you. I'm not a big Brent Venables is a defensive coordinator. That's what he needs to be. He needs to come back to
Yeah.
Clemson and go win some more national championships. That's all. That's all that needs to happen.
No, my pick for the Heisman has a lot of if in it. But I mean, if we're throwing our hat in the ring, I've been a huge fan of John Mateer ever since last year. Honestly, when I started watching what he was doing at Washington State, he has better weapons. He has better resources at Oklahoma. He has the same offensive coordinator, and everywhere that Ben Arbuckle has been, like I said, that offense has been fantastic. So I'm excited to see what Oklahoma does this year. Honestly,
I am as well. I like Oklahoma being good usually, so I would like for that to be the case. And John Mateer, big fan, big
I
fan. Wish he never left Washington State. Like that's just,
am.
but that's the nature of the beast right now. So this is what it
Yeah.
is.
And honestly, I was going when I was trying to make this pick, I was going back and forth between uh Mateer and Cade Klubnik because I'm pretty high on him
I
too.
like Cade Klubnik a lot.
I
I
like him a lot.
Noah for whatever reason has made me a Clemson hater for like just to be the opposition.
Like in 2019, I was in Dalton's room watching Clemson LSU, wanting Clemson to win. And Dalton's like this LSU team, and he's right. But
I loved him.
I was
And I like Trevor
heartbroken.
Lawrence a lot, but for whatever reason, I just needed to be the opposition. I don't know. I like Clemson. I like Klubnik a lot, but I've heard this guy talk about him too much.
Dude, I already have the bet in, so it's there. It's there. I believe the Clemson's just Okay, transitioning to national championship picks. We're talking that. Sorry.
Yep. Yep.
Um, Clemson. I'm a homer for Dabo Sweeney. Everybody knows it. I was on this team last year. I think I was a year early. This team's, like I said, didn't lose much. They're going to be the same team basically, and even Dabo brought in some transfer guys to help out the cause too. I just think that this team's different this year. They're on a mission. The ACC is not great. I think Miami's going to be terrible. Um, they're not going to rebound well from losing Cam Ward, and the ACC I think is Clemson's to lose. I think if we're talking ACC, Louisville and Duke will actually be good. Duke's quarterback they got from Tulane's really good. I think those are the sleepers in the ACC. My dark horse though is an SEC team that I like a lot, and it's led by Mike Elko down there in College Station. I think they make the playoff. I do have some juice on them to win the national championship as well. I like the way that team plays. They play hard. They play physical. They play a good brand of football. Marcel Reed is also a guy I could see in that Heisman picture as well. But I think they're just gonna be so physical. Like he's not gonna be the main topic of Texas A&M for them to be good. I think he's gonna be a good factor for them. But yeah, I'm all about this Texas A&M team last year. If they don't lose, I mean, they were 2 games away from going to this playoff last year, and I think they just got better this year. So I'm a big Texas A&M guy this year. I think this Clemson team, they have the experience, and like I said, everybody's back. So I think
Yeah.
this is a great year for them to do something. It's just they can't have those slip ups they've had the last like 4 years, really. Like they lose to an App State, they lose last year to South Carolina. They still got in, but like you can't have those slip ups. But like even a week 1 loss to LSU isn't going to knock that team out. LSU, another team I really like as well, loaded on talent. But I'm that game's going to be awesome. We get that game week 1 is a blessing, I think personally.
Yeah, yeah. Going off of what you said, LSU is I don't know if you call it a. They're my pick, and they're also my dark horse pick. They have the eighth. What is the eighth highest odds
Yeah, I think
in
so.
all of college football? I think what were they? They were plus 1,500 to win the national championship this year. When you look at I mean, when you look at the SEC and the Big Ten, you have a lot of transfer quarterbacks or freshman quarterbacks coming in to a lot of the big name brands. Having Garrett Nussmeier there for another season instead of him declaring for the NFL draft, which a lot of people thought he might last year, keeping him and being able to have him this year completely elevates what this LSU team has in store for them. The defense was much improved from 2 years ago, uh, but they need to have that same jump in 2025. Last year they were ranked outside of the top 50 in most of the defensive categories, and they were still winning ball games pretty handedly. I think Garrett Nussmeier makes that next jump. He led the SEC in completions and attempts last year. He threw for 4,000 yards, but he also threw for 12 interceptions and threw less than 30 touchdowns. That might just be me spitting out a bunch of stats, but like I said, I'm a production guy, and I think when you have a veteran quarterback like him, I think that's rare in college football now. And when your competition, that's the same thing applies to Cade Klubnik, same situation. When you're surrounded by a bunch of contenders that are breaking in new quarterbacks. Ohio State's breaking in a new quarterback. Texas is starting Arch Manning full time for the first time this year. Uh, I mean, having Garrett Nussmeier be the guy coming back really makes them a great pick, in my opinion, for a national champion.
And they got
So
3 Weeks brothers this year.
I
they
I do
do,
agree with
they
you.
do.
I would love to pick LSU. The only problem I have with LSU is their head coach's name is Brian Kelly,
That's
and
also
That's
true.
where I struggle with it because I view
that's
LSU
the
as
only
like
problem I have with them.
yeah, and I view LSU like talent wise, they're I'm not gonna say equivalent, but they are this year's like Ohio State of last year. Like there is so
Yes.
much talent on that team. It just takes a guy to hold on to the wheel, not even hit the gas pedal, just hold on to the freaking wheel and keep it
Yeah.
down the straight and narrow. And I don't know if Brian
Mhm.
Kelly can do that. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that is my one holdup with LSU. I agree with you, Dalton.
Does that come to me?
It does
Yeah,
come to you. You're the last one.
has come to you.
What's that coming down the track?
What's
It's Georgia's time. Georgia's back. Georgia's gonna be so back, boys. They're gonna remind you this year that they're Georgia. And I was gonna say Bama, but I don't trust DeBoer.
I
I'm
don't
gonna say
trust Ty
Georgia.
Simpson.
I don't either. I'm gonna say Georgia. Georgia's my pick for Kirby Smart. I don't know. That's my. I don't have much thought going into this one. My dark horse pick is Oregon. I think that Dan Lanning this year is gonna do a lot of things.
Another
I think
team
this gonna
that
be. I
is-
think this gonna be a good year for the Ducks.
I just think it's
I-
crazy how many quarterbacks are new into these systems that these like
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
so many.
like
I think
George
this is
like Gunnar Stockton's not new, but he's hasn't started a full season. Like you got all these guys who went to different places that haven't started anywhere.
boys. I think that this is just going to be college football from now off, and it's just like all these super good teams, and then we're like, we don't know how we feel about their quarterback because they transferred from wherever. This is the
Yeah,
rest of our lives.
Well, I mean, it's been Grizz fans' life for the last 6 years, so what's new?
Yeah, at least some of these teams have a guy that they've chosen.
That's true.
We ask a guy that's playing on the team that's been at fall camp, and he doesn't have an answer for who the quarterback is.
Don't know who that could
It's
be.
a problem. It's a problem.
It
I'm
is a
not-
problem.
I'm not commenting
Oregon,
on that.
I'm very curious what Oregon's going to be. Like, obviously, they're going to be good. And, like, all these big schools are always going to be good. It's just how good are they going to be? Is it Oregon's time? Is it like eventually they got to win one? You would
You would
think.
think.
Eventually, I mean, like Dan Lanning comes from that Nick Saban, Kirby Smart tree, right? And I think he's brought a lot of principles from that coaching tree. I mean, they got to the playoff this last year. They got smoked, even though they smoked Ohio State. Not smoked Ohio State, but they beat Ohio State earlier in the regular season. But eventually, they need to. I think. What class is Dante Moore? I
He's a
can't remember.
sophomore this year.
He's a
I
younger
want
guy,
to say
though, right?
sophomore.
I feel
He's
like he
a younger
redshirted.
guy,
though.
though.
Yeah, this can be. He could be a redshirt freshman.
So
He's young.
So
Yeah.
Oregon hasn't announced a starting quarterback yet, right? But I have a feeling that Dante Moore's probably going to be the likely starter.
Dante Moore was born in 2005.
Oh my god! Oh,
That doesn't feel
God.
okay.
Oh my god!
And this is who we bet on week in, week out, dude. That's the crazy part. It's like I'm out here sitting on my couch putting sports bets in on guys that were born 5 to 6 years after me.
But
That's crazy.
But like I was saying, I'm curious to see what kind of quarterback development Dan Lanning can have at Oregon. I think that
I know. I'm right there with you.
I don't know if they're going to be. They're not. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were this year. But I'd be very. I would say. I would say Dan Lanning can probably develop a quarterback, and within the next 2 years, that they'd be back in the playoff. I would be surprised.
No, I wouldn't
Montana
either.
State, Oklahoma State, Northwestern, Oregon State, Penn State, Indiana, Rutgers, Wisconsin. Oh, this is easy schedule. You beat Penn State, you're in the playoff. You lose to Penn State, you're in the
You're in the-
playoff.
A one-loss Oregon team gets in. Like
Well,
that.
yeah.
I mean, one loss power
If
four
you're
team.
if you're a one-loss power 4 team, you're in. There's really
they're
not
in.
much to it. And I have a question for you guys. This is not on the sheet, but who's the biggest? Who's like the big name that is out of the playoff this year that you don't think
Ooh.
makes it?
I want to say Ohio State so bad, and I truly do believe that. I think that there's just going to be a downfall from last year. I really hope there is. But who's playing quarterback for Notre Dame?
CJ Carr. He's a
Hmm.
sophomore.
Yeah.
I don't. Tennessee. Tennessee's not making it back in the playoff.
No,
If we're
I don't
going
think
off
so
of
either.
if we're going based off the teams that were in last year, Tennessee's not making it back in.
I think I hate saying this because I do love this team and I love Sam Levitt, but I think ASU takes a big step back.
Oh, they have to. There's no way they don't.
I don't I don't think
You
they win
just-
the Big 12
I don't think that they can bring that same.
magic.
Last year was special. I don't think they're going to have it again.
That
I
was
think so
that was
too.
capturing lightning in a bottle.
Oh,
And
that was
they-
such a
and they
God.
rode
Was
it.
Arizona State fun at the
They
end of
should have
last
beat
year?
Texas too, dude.
Oh,
They should
they
have
should
beat
have beat 'em.
Texas. And like it's just I love Kenny. I think Kellen Dillingham's a great coach. I think like it's not going to be like a him factor. I think it's just they don't have enough talent besides Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson and the Army running back Udo coming over to fill Scadaboo's shoes. That'll be interesting.
Hmm.
But we got to remember this team was below 500 for the last like 4 years before last year. Like,
Yeah,
is it going to go back to that, or is like this the standard now, or is like 8-5 the standard now? It's like that's
yeah,
where I'm curious with ASU. I I really want to pull the trigger and say Ohio State or Notre Dame, but I think they're both have too easy of schedules not to get in. I do think there's a way Illinois sneaks in to this playoff this year.
I would love to see it. I would love
big,
to see
big,
it.
big Brett Bielema making it into the playoff. I think that'd be good for college football. Just
I
having
think so too.
actual content of him.
Because they got their ranked games right now are Indiana and Ohio State. You just need to win one of those games.
Hmm.
And if you lose to Ohio State, you're one loss Power Four team, like we just said, you're probably in.
Probably in.
Yeah, what's Indiana gonna do? Are they're gonna do Indiana things from last year, or
They don't have Kadek, so what are they? What could they do? What could
I
they
mean,
Rourke?
do?
He's a Niner now.
I
Actually,
mean,
no, doesn't count.
I feel like that's a similar situation to what Arizona State was last year. I mean, they were lightning in a bottle.
No, I think there's
I think
like
they're
I
gonna
think
be.
this is
I think they're gonna be a good program. Don't get me wrong. I think they can get to 9, 10 wins, but I don't think. I don't know if they're gonna be a playoff contender again.
yeah, I don't know if they're gonna get to go on the road and get their doors blown off them again by a good school. Like, don't get me wrong, that's probably happening to Illinois if they get in, but I do
Yeah.
think there's like a legit path Illinois is in this playoff.
No, I'm looking at it right now. I see the vision.
I did a bracket earlier. They're my 11 seed, and then UNLV is my 12 seed. Dan Mullen gets in over
Dan
Boise
Mullen.
State.
Yeah.
Is Utah gonna be back?
I love their quarterback, Devin
I love
Dampier.
him.
Big
Yes,
fan of
I
that
do
guy.
too. I do too.
But I don't know. I mean, like that's a big question mark too. I like Utah.
Mhm.
It's just it's a hard to look at 100 some plus teams and figure out who's going to be in a 12 team playoff.
Mhm. Utah might F around and win the Big 12 this year.
The Big 12 could be anybody. Kansas
Yeah.
State, Iowa State's going to be it's the fact that that's week 0 is going to be sweet. Like that's a big game.
We get
And
that
Mhm.
this weekend, boys.
Saturday 9 a.m.
Isn't
We
here,
get
that
that on
crazy?
Saturday.
9 a.m. Pacific.
Man,
um, but transitioning into week 1, AJ, what's your game? What's your
Yeah,
go-to
so
game that you're waiting for here?
I mean, the pick that I have is going to be there's a ton of really good games. We have a ton of great ranked on ranked teams that are playing week 0, week 1. It's going to be great for college football. The one that I am most looking forward to watching that I think is going to tell us a lot about who is going to be what this season is Clemson at was it Clemson at LSU?
yeah, it's at LSU because that was my pick too. I'm gonna agree with you right here,
Are you
right
sure it's
now.
not
Yeah.
at Clemson?
Well, I
LSU
have
at Clemson. LSU at
LSU
LSU
at
Clemson.
at
Clemson.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I wrote down Clemson at Clemson, and that's not right.
No, they
LSU
can't
at
play each other.
LSU at Clemson is the game that I'm looking forward to the most. We talked about it for probably 20 minutes already during the pod about Garrett Nussmeier. We talked about Kate Klubnik. We talked about both of those being great picks for national title contenders. We're gonna see who is who. We're gonna see is Garrett Nussmeier the guy that we think he's going to be? Is Kate Klubnik the guy that he's going to be? Are both of those defenses going to be good enough to contend for a national championship? But I think that game is going to tell us a lot.
I agree. I agree.
I'm
I
right there
had
with you. That's definitely the pick. Like that's the game I want to watch the most. I'm gonna tell you, I got
at
two others
night
on my
too.
list. I got two others on my list. The other one is gonna be that Notre Dame Miami game. I think Notre Dame's 0-1. I think that they are losing that first game. I think everybody's gonna go way too high on Miami. They're gonna be like Carson Beck is so back. That's gonna be fun. Neither of those teams are gonna be that good. You know what else I'm looking at? I gotta check the 5 p.m. Delaware State. What better game could you ask for?
Well, I got
Just
a couple. I got a couple. So I'm with you guys. Clemson, LSU. We got to throw out Texas, Ohio State in there. By the way,
I
guys, we
mean,
got to
that's
throw it in there.
the
But that's
one
at
versus
noon, so that
three.
game sucks because that's at noon. That
Yeah.
game sucks because it's at noon. Anyway, my other oddball ones is the Duke Mayo's Classic, App State and Charlotte. I love seeing a coach get mayoed up. Nothing better. Nothing better. And then the other one I have is those Auburn Tigers in the 3 quarterback system against Baylor on Friday night. On Friday night, that's gonna be great.
No,
I'm
really happy that's a Friday. That's a good Friday night game.
That's a perfect Friday night game. Like that is just gonna be.
What is it? Sawyer Robertson? Is that his name?
Who?
Baylor's quarterback.
The Baylor quarterback, Sawyer
Yeah.
Robertson, I think it is.
Yeah.
I know Jackson Arnold is gonna get snaps. There's just a lot going on with that Auburn program. They have a first down play caller, a second down play caller, and a third down play caller. You guys heard of this?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hugh Freeze at any time can override everybody else.
Hey, those guys just have to do their job. Those guys all gotta do their job. Get them a first down.
I'm on that side of TikTok where it's just SEC craziness going on with like local radio shows, and that got brought up, and I'm like, that can't be real, and apparently it is.
What happens if you're the first down play caller and you just keep like 3 in a row? You're just getting first downs over and over again. Do those others play callers look at you, get mad? What do you do? There's no way that's real.
I mean, if you're the first down play caller and you're getting first downs on every play call, yeah, I'm probably gonna let you keep calling the plays.
No, dude,
is
that come over after the third first down and be like, we gotta stop.
Is that just the dumbest way ever to figure out which one of those guys you want actually calling your plays?
Whoever has the most yards per play on
who's getting us past the sticks the most? Let's give it's the third down guy. He's been third due every time. This is the stupidest system I've ever heard of.
Like I said, there's a TikTok on like a radio show in Auburn, Alabama, and it was like they were like people that were like at the practice and said this is how it's going to operate. I didn't look anything more into it. Could be full of lies, but it is pretty. Like the fact that somebody at practice says this is how they're doing it, I thought was a good resource to be like, yeah, I trust that guy.
No, I'm all for it.
That's what we're going with on this show. That's the accountability that I have right here. Is just I watched TikTok. That was about it.
The Burn Burner is all about the player's perspective on sports. Journalistic integrity is a little spotty here and there.
I'll tell you what, if I see a headline I like, I won't look into it too much.
No, dude,
we were playing Call of Duty last night. I broke that Cal was gonna disassemble their football program because they didn't have any funding, and then I look and the guy had like 200 followers.
That's like me.
I was breaking news in Verdansk over there with full confidence.
That's like me breaking out fake Grizz news that were claiming a national title from 3 years ago.
We claim those 2011 wins and the natty that we didn't get that year.
And we're going to claim those games that Chris Murray played in ineligibly against the Cats.
Yep,
we're going to claim those too.
We're going to claim those too because that guy didn't know how to school.
That guy could, dude. This is not just a shot at him. This is just a shot for anybody that's academically ineligible in college. How? How does that happen? That is impossible. That you just have to like be nice to your teacher. You're probably going to get a C. You'll find a way. It is not that hard, dude. Oh,
it's not. It's pretty easy to pass your communications classes,
dude. 100%. Boise State, South Florida, another good game.
Could be a good one.
It's a Thursday night.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I got 2 games that kind of caught my attention. If Groff was on the show, he'd be talking about all the ranked matchups. I love that we're on the show right now, and we're not going to talk all about.
And I'm sitting here looking at that Sam Houston Western Kentucky game, thinking about how much fun it's going to be.
I'm looking real hard
right now.
I'm looking real hard at that Idaho State UNLV game right now.
That's going to be a fun one. That could be a fun one.
Yeah. I'm very excited about that. I love Idaho State's offense. You guys are run and shoot guys. Idaho State, that's what they run. And I'm really excited to see what Dan Mullen does as a college head coach again. Very excited to see what he does.
Dude, the next one that I think is like upset potential, because it always feels like in the first weekend, that Sunday, there's always like a weird LSU USC game that's an upset. I'm going with Virginia Tech over South Carolina week 1.
I like it.
It's a Sunday at noon. And
I've heard some Virginia Tech whispers around the Twitter sphere that people are thinking that they're going to be a pretty good team this year.
Dude, I could see it. I've
got nothing to support it, but I can see it.
I'm not going to lie. After watching the SEC doc on Netflix,
Do you love
I like.
South Carolina a little bit more?
I don't. It's not South Carolina. It's Shane Beamer. I love
Oh,
Shane
Shane
Beamer.
Beamer's
I do
the
too.
guy.
That's exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
Love
I've
Shane
always
Beamer.
liked Shane Beamer. Like there was no part of me that hated that
Yeah,
guy. I thought he was a little bit corny, but like every big coach is.
yeah.
Also Idaho's just gonna beat Washington State, aren't they?
That very real possibility. Very.
Like, I mean, I know that's gonna.
I
I
mean,
know they got coach questions, but
if we're talking about last year's Idaho team,
no, I'm talking. I just think they still have enough left over to still beat that. Like,
do
you're not.
they?
We're not talking like Oregon like they were playing last year. This is like three steps down from that. That I still think they can beat Washington State.
I I'm always. You know what? I'm always up for an FCS over FBS upset.
Oh, you always
And
have to be.
and out
I'm
of
always
the
up for it.
and out of the Big Sky, that's just what I'm seeing.
Did you
Also,
see
UC
NDSU got some
Davis
all white
Mercer on
jerseys?
Saturday. Who did?
NDSU.
No, I didn't see
What?
him.
Yeah, all white jerseys.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Could you believe
yeah.
it? That
They went to
program's
Under
losing
Armour.
its integrity.
They went to Under Armour. Very
Really?
surprised about that. I know, but
In 2025?
same uniform provider as their big cross state rival or interstate rival.
Hmm.
Does Under Armour still make those cleats that go up to like your calf? Because those would probably what those O linemen have to wear.
I don't think they do anymore.
Those things
Honestly,
were ugly, dude.
I broke my foot in those.
You had them?
I had some tall
I
cleats.
did. I
I did.
did.
Mine went
Broke my
to like
foot.
there.
Yeah, was doing a D line drill in those cleats at a K State camp. Broke my foot. Didn't finish the camp. Probably cost me a scholarship.
Hey,
Uh,
Mr. Editor, can we roll some eighth grade AJ Forbes footage right now?
No,
Please,
JJ Watt out there.
snip it in.
I love that you guys threw that on in the living room the other day.
It did. It popped up. It popped up, and we're like, "There's no way this is AJ."
No,
When I
this is
looked, I'm like,
AJ.
"Who else is gonna be named AJ Forbes with this highlight reel?" It was. I'll tell you what. They were 25-minute long reels of just
No,
AJ
it's
just bigger than anyone else. Just ha, bah, fucking
It
Just the
was-
Randy
guy getting
Orton
out of
out
his
there.
aggression of his eighth grade
not
year.
not
Oh
well,
yeah.
so here's the thing. I played on three different teams that year. I played on my school team, my middle school team. I played on a club team, and then I got invited to go play this like cross country all star team. So I
I
played. There
mean,
was a lot of film to go through,
Well, no, there's a lot of film.
and credit to my mom who literally recorded every single play of that season.
shout out Mrs.
Was your
Forbes.
dad going through editing that?
We were all going through picking plays,
Everyone.
but he was.
That's a
I've
lot
been
of
I've been
footage.
I've been
It's a
in the
lot of footage.
trenches. I've
That's
been
a
in the
lot of
trenches on
footage.
this. I've been in the trenches on this for a long time.
AJ's played on three different eighth grade teams. Meanwhile, Dalton's eighth grade team didn't have enough to scrimmage against each other.
We didn't. We didn't. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give people some six-man football things. I only played middle school, I think sixth grade year. After that, we kind of like didn't really have a team, and it's a pretty tough scene when you're playing six-man football and you got eight kids on the team, and you line two of them up on the line, and then just like your coaches or the other guys that are around are just kind of sitting there playing. It's a tough way to practice. There's no wonder we didn't win a game.
Hey, you caught a game-winning touchdown.
That was high school. We had some kids
Oh.
then.
Uh,
I think we had at least 11 in high school. I did catch game win touchdown, softest hands in the West. People were saying it.
people were saying it.
They said it looked like if Jason Witten cut him in half and he couldn't block. And that was me.
What's your favorite youth sports moment, Noah?
Football or any?
It could be anything.
I had 54 in a seventh grade basketball game. Um, and we won on a buzzer beater. We were
Holy
down by
shit.
we were down by 12 with 2 minutes to go, and I scored 14 in a row, and we won.
You were the one that hit the buzzer beater?
Yeah. It was a
Oh
good
my
time. It was a good time.
jeez.
Basketball's
Well,
my
shoot.
calling, just didn't pursue it.
Yeah, everyone needs a 6'2" post in college basketball nowadays, yeah.
I know that would have been the problem.
That would have been the
Didn't
problem.
grow enough.
Yeah, had the skills, didn't have the body.
Yeah, my body. That's the one time my body has failed me. That and trying to be a Division I athlete really failed me then too. Apparently you
Mine
can't
does when I
drink,
go upstairs.
apparently you can't drink 20 beers on a Thursday and still be like getting gains during the week. I don't know.
Can confirm.
Oh, jeez. Cannot confirm.
I was
Never have
made for
done
the
that.
student life, is what I learned. That's what I was made for.
Hey, hey, everyone has their place. Tell you what, loved having you as a teammate, though. Big vibe guy.
Hey,
Big
locker
vibe
room
guy.
guy, vibes guy. That's all I was there for. That's all I was needed. That and to go try to block like the big dudes on defense that I had no business trying to block. They put me at practice squad center because I was the only one that could get it to the quarterback's chest. It was terrible. Terrible.
All right, fellas. Anything else you want to say before we get to college football this weekend?
Back. Can you
It's
believe it?
back.
It's back. I'm
Isn't
just
it
so
kind
happy.
of anti-American, anti-football to have the first game of the football season in Ireland?
The
I
first
think
game,
that,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, it definitely is, but at the same time,
It's sick.
it's pretty
You can
cool.
look at it. You can look at it as like a imperialistic, taking over the world kind of thing, if that's the way you want to look at
I
it.
mean, I
But no,
just can't be mad if it's a week 0 college football game.
No, that's true. It's football. Like, don't get me
yeah,
wrong, but it's just like
yeah.
something about like I wish like it was like the second game to kick off, so we could still say
Yeah,
like
but it's
football
it's
kicked
also
off in
fun to be
America.
like, we send that fun party overseas and we're like, this is a week 0 football game. It kind of doesn't matter. And they're like, this is the most fun thing ever.
Yeah,
This is the
and
most
I
fun
mean
thing Ireland has ever had.
Yeah,
Georgia
except
Tech
for all those car
ruined at
bombs.
Florida State season last year in Ireland. You know,
Georgia Tech might have ruined a whole program.
also diabolical of the NCAA to give Florida State Alabama week 1. That is
Yeah.
diabolical. You couldn't beat Georgia Tech, so we're gonna give you Alabama. Here you go. Like, what are we doing? Also, who's DJ Legway or DJ Uyunglele playing for this year? He's
a
got to be on the
Charger.
college team somewhere.
He's a Charger.
What a
Gosh.
world Hall of
Fun
Fame
fact,
game that guy trots
he,
out.
he was the guy. DJ Uyunglele was the guy that broke the Keenan Allen news because
Really?
because he was wearing 13,
He
and
had
then
to switch.
he showed up to practice the next day wearing number 7, and everyone was like,
The
Allen's
fact
back.
the fact that that guy has an NFL practice squad jersey is crazy. How does he keep convincing people that this is what he's supposed to be doing for his life? I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's because of that one time when Trevor Lawrence was out and he threw for what 400 yards.
And lost
That
against
set
Notre
him
Dame.
that set him for life. He got a career off of that.
Ugh.
Like you can't tell me there's a world where it's preseason and I have to watch Graham Mertz and DJ you. Those guys don't need to be playing on Sundays.
No.
I did
They
see
don't
I
need to be
did see
sniffing the facility.
I did see Riley Leonard run somebody over in a Colts preseason game though.
Talk about
That
you
guy
have
stinks.
Daniel Jones and you decide to draft Daniel Jones. The
Dude.
Colts just have 3 of the same guys that all look different in their quarterback room.
That guy can't.
You got Daniel Jones, you got black Daniel Jones, and you got young Daniel Jones. That's your quarterback room.
I had the first Colts preseason game up, and he came in the game, and the first 2 passes he threw were off defenders' hands, hit him in the chest, and they just didn't catch it.
Like,
I'm like,
they
no.
came together. The front office for the Colts came together and like, how can we get a 40% completion percentage this year? And that's
You're
what they
so
did.
Right. You're so right.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh, dude. All right, fellas.
That being said, look for the NFL preview coming soon.
I'll know more then.
I'm kidding. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time since we posted one of these, and we're glad to be back. So expect to see more of us during this fantastic college football season, and we will see y'all next week.
Goodbye.